Whack-a-magog, here we are again with another Bands I Met episode. And this time I'm going to start it off with Sillanos. Sillanos, I know him as Sven from Demu Borger. And this picture you're looking at was taken at my job. Because my job, I used to work a night shift in the city of Miami Beach. And I knew the girl. I knew a girl, well, I still know her, Vanessa, that dated him for a while. And she first brought him to a Thrash or Die show, and he actually loved the band. Super cool dude. And then one night, she came by my job with him, and, you know, we had night shift. There was nobody around. So he came in. We hung out for a few hours. Super nice guy. And, yeah, man. And we keep in touch here and there. He's a super cool dude, and yeah, Sillanos. I know him as Sven. All right, next. Oh man, probably the greatest person I've ever met. Ronnie James Dio. This guy, there was just something so special about meeting him. I met him twice. This picture was taken the second time I met him. Because the first time I met him, I didn't get a picture, but I got some autographs. But my God, man, there was just something so special about meeting Ronnie James Dio. He really cared, you know, what you think, and, you know, it was such a great feeling walking away from Ronnie. He made you feel so killer. And I'm telling you, he's like the nicest guy I ever met in my life. Even non-musician, non-famous, whatever. Coolest dude ever was Ronnie James Dio. All hail Ronnie James Dio. I so miss him. All right, next. Not really a musician, but Don Jameson, who was originally on That Metal Show. Well, he does release comedy albums on Metal Blade Records, so I guess that kind of counts. And these are pictures I took with him in Nashville at the Rockin' Pod. He did the stand-up thing. Funny dude. Cool guy. And we interviewed him. And yeah, we kept telling him how much we hated Sammy Hagar. Funny stuff. He wouldn't join in the Sammy hate, but whatever. Alright, next. Doro Pesh. Now, this picture was taken the same night I met Ronnie James Dio. Well, I took the picture with Ronnie James Dio. Because she was opening for Ronnie. It was the Magica tour. It was Dio, Yngwie Malmsteen, and Doro Pesh. And she was the nicest. She couldn't have been nicer. I had her sign my Triumph and Agony album. Awesome. I love Doro Pesh. All right, next. The late, great Eddie Money. Now, this was, he played some show with Quiet Riot, and I forgot who else. And yeah, he was a cool dude. And what he was doing was he was selling meet and greets, and all the money was going to the troops, you know, for military. So I was like, yeah, man, I'll pay for that. And, you know, I like some Eddie Money stuff. And, man, it wasn't one of those things where you just sat down and took a picture with the guy. The guy talked to me for a while, and I was wearing a Led Zeppelin shirt, and he was telling me how he saw Led Zeppelin back in the day, early on, opening for Vanilla Fudge, and man, he was so nice, man. Rest in peace, Eddie Money. All right, next, Eddie Ojeda from Twisted Sister. This was also at Rockin' Pod. Me and Ian there. You see Ian in the picture. We interviewed him, and he was awesome. Nice guy. And, you know, he said something that should be a Blabbermouth headline, but no, Blabbermouth didn't even touch it. Was that, what do you call it? He, you know, Dee Snider gets all the credit for writing the music and the lyrics to all Twisted Sister songs, and he brought up that that's bullshit. He wrote the beginning of The Price and other stuff, so, yep, nobody noticed it, and we interviewed him when he said that. All right, next, Elm Street. This is a band from Australia who fucking rule. Total metal. I just love the hell out of this band. And this is when they opened for Grand Bonnet down here. And yeah, man, what a cool band. Cool dudes. bought their CD, had the CD signed. I was really surprised to see them. You know, it was like, oh my God, Elm Street's opening for Grand Bonnet. I gotta go. So yeah, that was a cool show. Cool dudes. All right, next. This is a singer of Enforcer. Enforcer's a killer, somewhat newer band that my drummer actually toured with them on this tour where they played here in Florida, and I went to go see them, and awesome dudes, man. They were awesome. I have a picture with the full band, but I don't know where that one is. But here's a picture of me with the singer, who, by the way, hit me in the head with his guitar by accident, and he was even like, hey, are you okay? Because, you know, he probably thought I was going to sue him. Yeah, he gave me a lump on the head, but hey, I was too close to the stage. I deserved it. Now, it's not that I deserved it, but I didn't mind it. Fuck it. Listening to loud metal, getting hit in the head, right on. All right, next. This is Eric Martin from Mr. Big. You know, he was also, he did did he do stand-up that night? I think he did. And he also performed an acoustic set. And I know a guy that's a big Eric Martin fan, and he wanted a picture with him. So I said, come on, because he was kind of embarrassed. So I took him over there, and I made him take pictures with him. And then he's, you know, he was like ready for me to take a picture with him. And I was choking him. I think he told me to choke him. So that's what you see in this picture, me choking him. I think he was a nice guy. All right, next. Gary Holt of Exodus. This was when I flew to Oakland to see Violence. And he happened to be backstage, and he played with Violence that day when I saw that night. He played Lesson of Violence with Violence. It was awesome. Gary Holt. Next, Tom Hunting, the great Tom Hunting from Exodus. Underrated drummer. Awesome guy. I met him later after the cancer thing. Super cool dude and a legendary drummer. I love him. All right, next. Flotsam and Jetsam, the whole band. Very underrated band. I love Eric A.K., man. What a singer, man. And their recent albums are great. I can't wait for the next one. But their last album, Blood in the Water, is godly. I highly recommend it. Check out the song Embrace for Impact. Oh my God, what a song. And here's another picture I took with Eric A.K. many years before that. I believe this was probably the Drift Tour. I'm thinking maybe it was the Drift Tour or Quattro. I don't know, but it was a long time ago. Nice dude. Fucking Eric A.K. Alright, here I am with Forbidden. Yeah, I got a picture with the whole band and with other fans. And this was, last time with Russ. This was when they were touring with Overkill. What a show, man. Look at this lineup. Overkill, Forbidden, Evil, Gamma Bomb, who totally blew my mind that night, and Bonded by Blood. What a killer fucking thrash bill that was. All right, next, the late great Frankie Banali, man, Quiet Riot. This was, I think, it was the first time I met him, and I had him sign my Headless Children album. And what was really cool about that, you know, we talked a little bit, and I got, you know, his autograph, a picture, left, and then later he walked up to me and he said, hey man, by the way, I'm playing on the next Wasp album, whichever album that was. This was early 2000s, so I was like, oh, really cool. It was cool how he went to look for me to tell me that, which is great. And then I saw him, this was the last time I met him, shortly before he caught cancer, which was the same night that I met Eddie Money. So yeah, both Eddie Money and Frankie Banali are now gone. And he was a super sweet guy, and man, I miss him, man. Frankie Banali. So there you go. That's this. It was The Gods I Met. I believe this is part 5. You know, and next month, in the beginning of the month, will be part 6. So thank you so much for watching. The stars, the bands I met. And Y'all rule, man. If you're not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. Ring a little notification bell. And if you've met any of these people, let me know what you think. I'd love to know. And like the video. It's good for the YouTube algorithms. So stay frosty. Listen to Black Sabbath and schmack 'em a gob.